Okay, so with the polar vortex closing in around us here and we're in the single digits, all the bees are buttoned up, and what do I like to do this time of year? I like to review products. And this week I came across this frame gripper called the Mule-Grip, and it's really interesting because if you notice, it has these levers down at the bottom that compound your grip strength, and it has this locking slide. There are several versions of this available. This is the largest one and the one with this locking slide, so that once you clamp it onto a frame, you can lock it and leave it there. So, and it's also a nice big handle there. This is something that you can wash down. It is all stainless steel, non-magnetic, so I'm thinking 300 series stainless here. The grip handles are exactly 5 inches long. They're nicely ribbed, so you can hang on to them even if your hands get sticky there with honey and whatever. And look at how this compounds your grip. For those who have problems gripping, especially as they get into retirement and they're older and maybe they've got some arthritis in their hands, this is going to be the frame grip that works the best. And it has a little notch there for the plastic frames, and it's deep set for the wood frames. And I'm going to go over some frame designs and styles later on in this video. Here it is in a locked position, and just takes a load off your hands. Look at that. Loosen it up, there's a spring that pulls it back open, and you're back in the open position so you can grab more frames. I like this thing a lot. Now I'm going to show you how it works. We'll go over some dimensions, of course. First, it's 6 inches tall, as I've already said. The handle is exactly 5 inches long. Now we have different frame styles here. All the way to the left, it's a black acorn frame, and it has honeycomb on it. Second frame is that large, oversized flow frame that this clamp will not work on, so you're just going to go back to your hive tool there. Wooden frame, foundationless. White plastic, acorn frame, black plastic, and then the green, which is the drone frame. We'll go over that too. Now these are frames that I carry around with me because I teach about bees and I give presentations to preschoolers and bee groups and things like that. So this stuff has been in the comb for a long time. What we're looking at here, all the way to the left, capped honey. Then we've got some granulated honey in open cells, and we've also got that amber colored stuff, which is just use them as teaching tools, but I thought it would be a great time to introduce them while I'm testing out this frame puller. Now you can see that little narrow opening there, that's for the plastic. So all you do is line it up, get that top back bar. And one thing I like about this, look how the tips cut into the wax. If you've ever been pulling honey frames before, sometimes you use your hive tool, of course, to get in there, and when you cut into it with your hive tool or you grip your fingers in there, inevitably the wax is going to drip out and leak all over. The way this is, it's minimally interrupting the wax caps there, and this is a honey frame. So if you're pulling that stuff, I like this as a method. Now the other thing is there's lots of frame pullers out there, but this one actually compounds your grip strength. So I like it for that, and I like it for the fact that it's not leaking honey everywhere when it grips the frame, and it's designed specifically for the thickness of these plastic backs of these plastic frames. And of course there's again the locking nut there, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Twist it to the right to snug it and hold its position, twist it to the left to release it and open it again. So you can do a lot of movement here, and once it's closed you can leave it on the frame and hang it somewhere while you're doing your inspections, or you can of course release it and use it on several other frames, but this tool is very versatile. They come in several different designs. I personally like this one the most because it has the groove for plastic. It also has the deep shoulders there for the wooden frames. So if you're organizing a hive, pulling bees, whatever you're doing, look how this thing fits right between the frames. This is super handy. So I like it. Now let's go ahead. I'm going to show you now. Here's the wooden frame, and that's of course the thickest back. Now look at this. Because of this compound grip strength, instead of running it all the way down to the edge to interrupt the comb, I can just grip right into the wood. This thing holds tight. See how the little ends there have stuck on, and then I can tighten it up with that and it's not going to fall. So I don't have to go down on a wood frame and interrupt the capped wax on honeycomb. Of course you can, and I think that's the design of it. I'm pretty sure the manufacturer didn't want me to cut into the frame like that, but you have that option. Go all the way down, grip it at full height, or just dig into it there and you get the wood. Now here's the other thing. I'm a photographer, so sometimes I pull a frame and I want to get pictures of stuff. I can flip this thing over and use the handle as an exhibition stand. So I can actually, as a teaching tool, sit that on a table and then everybody gets to look at it and you can get your hands off it and it'll hold up. And hopefully it's not windy. It would certainly blow over. But you can prop up a frame like this and photograph or video bees hatching out, anything you need to do. Macro close-ups of the eggs from the queen and everything. Now look, even with all the frames pushed together, the jaws of this gripper actually go right down in between. You're still going to have to use your hive tool to pry these up on the ends the way you normally do. But this thing gets in there nice. I have to say, if I'm giving it a star rating out of 4 stars, it's 4 out of 4, 5 out of 5, whatever the maximum rating is, this is it. Look down in the video description for where to get one. Thanks for watching.